So you just got your 3D printer, you set it up, and now you're ready to 3D print. But what type of filament are you going to use? I'll have the answer coming up. Welcome to Dishes and Stitches. I'm your host, Charles Stark, and on this channel we bring you healthy recipes, cosplay, tips and tricks, and general life hacks to help you make healthier choices for that cosplay lifestyle. If this is your first time to our channel, we ask that you please consider subscribing. So today we're going to continue our 3D printer series, and you've bought the printer, you've got it set up, and now you're ready to make some really cool things. But the question is, what type of 3D filament are you going to use? Well, I'm going to share with you 3 types of filaments that are very common in the 3D printing hobby, and they will allow you to get started printing right away. The first type of filament, and the most common type of filament we use in the 3D printing hobby, is called PLA, and that stands for polylactate acid. This is a derivative of a thermoplastic and a polymer, but what really separates PLA is that it is 100% biodegradable, and a lot of times PLA is made up of sugar cane and cornstarch. So this is 100% eco-friendly, and it's probably the less toxic, in parentheses, filament that you can get. This type of filament is very conducive to printing inside in controlled temperatures like your office or your hobby. And like I said, this is the most common and most generic type of printer filament you can get. It comes in a 2.2 pound spool, and you can usually pick these up off of Amazon from anywhere from $12.99 to $29.99. Now, I know that there's a huge variety in the price range, and basically what you're paying for is that the higher the price you pay, the more pure your filament is. At the lower price range, a lot of times these filaments have fillers like wood and things like that. And it can happen that sometimes your print nozzle will get clogged up and your Bowden tube will get clogged up if you use a cheaper end filament. But you can usually get a really decent PLA filament from anywhere from $14.99 to $17.99, and you'll have no problem at all. You'll be able to print things like this, the Hulk, the Groots, the Rockets, even Ray's Blaster. These are all printed in PLA filament. The next type of filament I want to talk to you about is called ABS, and this has got a crazy name. This actually stands for, and I gotta look for my notes, acrylamide butadiene styrene. I don't know. I'm sorry, I killed the word. Anyway, ABS. ABS is a firmer plastic. It prints at a lower temperature and at a lower speed on your 3D printer, but it's a lot more durable, and it's a lot harder plastic than ABS. So you could use this for like enclosures, like a lot of camera enclosures, a lot of containers, a lot of pots, stuff like that are made from ABS plastic. ABS plastic, though, it's not, they call it toxic, and sometimes it gets the label of toxic. And I just want you to know that if you do print in ABS, you should print in a well-ventilated area, and that the fumes that the ABS gives off can indeed be toxic if inhaled. ABS is derived from petroleum, so this is a petroleum-based product. Still natural, but it's still based from petroleum. It's not as biodegradable as PLA. If you print ABS, you need an enclosed structure. So a lot of times people will put their 3D printers in a glass case or encase it. That way the heat and the temperature remains constant, because it does have to print at a lower temperature. So you want the heat to be trapped, and it does have to print at a slower speed. The last type of plastic I want to talk to you about in 3D printer filament is called TPU, and that stands for thermoplastic polyurethane, or Ninja Flex. Now this is a flexible polymer and a flexible filament, and it's pretty awesome because you can make things like hoses. You can make, the reason I got into flexible plastic is because I wanted to print shoes for my Iron Man suit that would flex and not break with the wear and tear. So this is completely flexible. It prints like a hose. It's pretty awesome. Once you have your print, you can bend it, you can manipulate it. And so if, like I said, if you have gaskets or a cat jump up on your table or hoses or anything like that, you can go ahead and you can print in this flexible filament. It's great for joints. So if you have armor with joints, like I said, shoes, this is a great choice. This prints at about the same temperature, maybe a little higher than PLA, but it is safe, it is biodegradable, and you don't have to print in a ventilated area like ABS. Well guys, there you have it. I hope you found this video informative. Now you know 3 types of 3D printer filament that you can buy and you can experiment with your 3D printer. I'll have links to all these products down in the show notes. That way you can purchase some filament off of Amazon. It takes about 2 days to get there, and you can start printing your heart's content. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, I ask that you share it with someone that you think could benefit from the information. And remember, at Dishes and Stitches, we're putting the confidence back into cosplay. Well, hey guys, thanks for checking this video out. If you want to check out any more of our cosplay makeup tutorials, you can click on the link over here. If you want to subscribe, you're new here, and subscribe to our channel, you can click on the link above. And for more cosplay tips and tricks, you can click on the link right here. Done.